Welcome to Live Well Long, where we deliver life-enhancing, empowering messages for body, mind, and spirit to those seeking to get the most out of life, who have a zest for learning and know that learning must be an ongoing activity to achieve a vibrant, thriving life. This is your host, Alexandra Van Horn. Stay tuned for another episode of Live Well Long. Hey everyone, it's Alexandra Van Horn, and today we have a guest, Cassie Clayton, who is passion-driven about helping you build your impactful websites. And the reason I'm hosting her on Live Well Long is because she helps work with spiritual business owners. And often spiritual business owners are people that listen to Live Well Long, one of the types of personalities that listens to Live Well Long, because they are here to enhance people's experience in life on this wonderful planet that we have. So her ideal client is what we call a light worker. And as a light worker herself, Cassie understands how important it is for you to focus on the healing and connection with your clients and the people in your life, which is why she loves to do all of the back end work needed to help you build a brand that you can be proud of and that expresses who you are to potential clients. So just to clarify, in case we have listeners that aren't sure what light workers are, they are people that could be spiritual leaders, psychic mediums, healers, any of the healing modalities, people that are looking to raise the vibration of the planet, raise the vibration of their clients. And they're looking to expand their light into the world. And Cassie is someone who you want to learn about. So here we go. So if you don't know where to start, as a website development expert, Cassie can help you design and build your website, develop your unique logo design, and create your brand materials. And she is your one-stop shop for everything needed to build your spiritual empire. So, Cassie, tell us, why is it important to have a strong website for your spiritual business?
So first off, thank you so much for having me on the show today. So the number one thing that I have noticed as I've been working with people in the spiritual community is that they are so gifted at what they do, being that psychic, being that medium, being able to bring those messages through, being able to connect with their client, and able to work with their client and heal. When it comes to the getting themselves out there and being able to develop their websites, being able to be seen in the professional realm, that part seems it's something that I'm noticing a lot more people are trending towards, because mediumship work, psychics, stuff like that have kind of had this reputation for not quite being in that in the professional realm. Yet I work with people every single day who have reached that the same level in their business that other professionals and other groups see. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of helping them develop their own persona and their own reputation, so that yes, they can be them and they can be true and authentic to them, but also when people go to their site, when they go to their social media, they go, okay, I'm coming in and I'm dealing with a professional. Mm-hmm. I can expect the same, I kind of associate it with the same thing of, like, if you go to a spa, or you go to a massage, or you're doing something that is going to be good for your health. And a lot of the times with light workers, we're dealing with the mental health and the healing of that person. Right. And what I have found is that the more ownership that the business owner can take and presenting themselves in that professional way, then the more people they're able to reach and the more people that they're able to help. And it's a lot of the times they don't know how to do that. And so I kind of am able to step in and be like, okay, this is my wheelhouse. Let me bring my skills to the table and let's get you out there in a way that can be seen by many people.
Right. I like that approach. And I like that because really, I know there's two different realms, I believe, where, if you're working with, we'll call it the esoteric or the spiritual realm, or, the veil, the world behind the veil, and then to bring it into a technology to deliver it, there's like two totally
different spaces.
Yeah. So it's so important to have that. And so tell me about branding for spiritual business. You have, we discussed why branding is important. What could you share with our listeners?
So branding is, it's important for for any business, but especially for light workers. What that brings is that it brings a consistency and a continuity to to everything that they do.
Right.
So that when and one of the things, and when a lot of the times when I'm working with clients, especially, when we're looking at their social media feeds or something like that, they'll be posting a lot of those, like the memes that you see,
right,
and everything. And it's kind of a lot of, sometimes it can kind of end up being some of the same information that gets shared over and over and over and over, the same memes, the same things. And by using your brand, you can still take a quote and that has been used and used and used, but by taking that quote, taking it and putting it in your brand colors, of course, giving credit where credit is due, where you got that quote from, but also polishing it out. It's making yourself stand out a little bit more. Yeah. And everything that you do, it's just making you stand out.
You do an identity that people can relate to over and over again. If they recognize, oh, that's what their brand is. I can recognize that post. It's always the same color style.
Yeah. And you do that with your testimonials. You do that with your, with your website, with your social media. And, one of the things that people will, or a lot of the clients that I work with, what they'll tell me is that their clients will tell them, I went to all your stuff. Your stuff is really, like, when you show a meticulous level of professionalism on this end, then it helps build trust with that client.
Right.
And a lot of the times we're using social media as a way to get out and to speak to people. That has become a big source of how you talk to your audience. And so having just that ability to have that consistency across the board, that's going to help you build your image. It's going to help you build your trust with your clients. It's going to really help you build your community.
Right. Absolutely. Because then I can identify, like, the know, like, and trust factor is there because they recognize certain style. So it's basically an extension of the person, like another facet of their personality, so to speak, another part of their life expression.
Absolutely.
Congruent with who they are. And that's what you do. Excellent. So the inspiration behind your business, what had you go in this direction? I spent 3.5 years working for a metaphysical store here in Dallas. I helped them go from a single store front and first, when I first started working with them, they were in a small location. I helped them. I worked with them through where they moved to a larger location and then expanded into 2 different stores and things like that. And so I do have quite an extensive history of being able to help use my skills to be able to help businesses from startup to a $1 million company. And when you, and again, that kind of brings me back to, if you're looking at, a lot of the times when
non-esoteric, non-woo-woo people are looking at the woo-woo world, they don't see that as being possible.
Right.
And especially during the pandemic,
Mhm.
there was a huge, massive boom in the metaphysical industry.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It
People looking
became
for answers. Yeah.
it became like 10 times bigger than it was.
Mhm.
And so being able to focus on the being able to help other light workers kind of reach that level of potential and get out there, how many, that just means how many more people are we able to help,
Right.
right?
That's the exciting part for me, is like seeing like the work that you do to bring more light to the world in whatever form each light worker client of yours is their life expression.
Exactly.
That's
So we take who you are and what you have, and we find a way to bring that out and expand your reach to much,
right.
to be able to help even more people.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. So you have a thought process that you create for each customer. Is that what I remember you saying something? Can you share a little bit about that?
So a lot of like when I'm working on a client's logo or something like that, a lot of the times that is me tapping into my intuitive side. A lot of the times, I have clients that that have come to me and said, here are, 5, 6 different images of things that I want included in my logo. And then it's kind of up to me to take those things, understand what the client is wanting to bring through, and then be able to bring that image to life.
Mhm.
I had one client in particular, she had, she had the sparkly feathers, and she had she had a certain pyramid style logo that she wanted, and she wanted butterflies, and she wanted this, and she wanted an angel in the middle, and all these different aspects. Mm-hmm. And it was definitely one of those logos that I was like, okay, I'm going to sit with this for a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to
this is not just going to be let's just toss this together, let me sit with this for a minute. Let me make sure I'm really in that right space to sit down and be able to bring this, to life. And it really is like, when I get into that space, it really is kind of like a channeling process where all of a sudden I'll look up and I'm like, okay, it's been like 6 hours. But when I pull back, I'm like, oh,
that's it. Yeah.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
And, and it's something really unique and really, really, really true to what the client was wanting. And yes, of course, there's, after that, there's always a few tweaks and things like that need to be made. But to have the client be like, oh my God, wow.
You sort of almost like get a download of what will work, and then you tweak it. Yeah, very nice. Very cool. That's cool. So I'm sure our listeners will enjoy that part of the process of, hearing how because then you really are, with doing your web work as well as that, your ability to flow in various levels of what do I want to say, frequencies or vibration, to bring Absolutely. It to the website level, but all the way up to get the design just right. I love that. I love that. So you have, let's see, did we cover everything we wanted to talk about? You have a free gift that you offer people that are listening, and also your website. Let's direct people to your website. First of all, it's Stargazers Unite.
Yes.
Spelled just like it sounds, Stargazers, plural, unite. And tell us about your free gift.
So it is a free project discovery call. Typically the value of that is a $50 project discovery call. And so if you have a project in mind, or you are currently working on a project and you're needing kind of just someone to kind of bounce ideas off or see where your next step in the process is.
Right.
That is, that definitely take advantage of that.
Awesome. Awesome. So then that is Stargazers Unite /book, like the word book, BOOK. And then the special code is LIVEWELL. Very good. I like that code. So, and if you're driving, don't worry about it. We will put it in the show notes so you can find the information later in the podcast. So very cool. Very cool. So is there anything else you'd want to share with our listeners, Cassie?
Um, no, I think that's it.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. So it's been wonderful having you here. And I love the idea. I love your focus of doing web design, website development for light workers, because I think that's a really important niche, especially now in, where the world is trying to solve its problem, where we're trying to figure out how to solve the world's problems. Light workers need a definite place to go.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you have an awesome day. Talk again soon. Thank you for listening. This is Alexandra with Live Well Long. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our important episodes. We want to be sure that you get everything you can to do your best to live well long. Feel free to reach out to me at alex@avhcoaching.com. And remember to take good care of yourself so that you live well long. Talk with you soon. Bye.
Hey, psst, it's Alexandra. One more thing. Would you please share this on Facebook, Twitter, send an email to your friends? Just hit the share link and pick a way to share it. I would love it. Thank you so much. Bye.